Here's a simple little demonstration to show how a human body gets into the position of chronic pain, of chronic inflammation, chronic body-based distress that has no medical explanation at all. So this is a little toy I picked up years ago. It's called an energy stick. And it shows how, as human beings, we are energy systems with life energy flowing through us. So if I hold both ends of this stick, you can see that it shows the energy running through the stick and my entire system. Now, in life, there are really two types of moments. There are moments that enhance our life energy, like this tinfoil, that lead to an experience of joy and connection and calmness and peace. And even as those moments occur in life, the connection remains strong. However, there are also experiences in life, like this wax paper, that do the opposite, that actually mm, reduce life energy, that reduce the flow of energy in the human body, that require the body to protect itself, that it detects a threat, something about that particular experience that doesn't actually enhance life energy, it actually reduces the flow of energy through the body. So even though I'm holding both conducting points here, the flow of energy isn't going through my body. And so that's, what we're hoping for in life is that we go through with our life energy intact, with all kinds of experiences that enhance the flow of energy. But of course, that's not the human experience, is it? Rather, when we are born into a particular context. And that context can have many, many life destroying, energy flow destroying moments in it. These could be epigenetic, these could be ancestral, these could be cultural. Experiences that we were not even directly involved with, but that are present in the energy field when we're born. And so, even as we begin our life on Earth, we can see that it becomes just a little more challenging to find oneself, to connect with oneself. And then, of course, life begins to happen after that, that in childhood, moving into adulthood, there are all kinds of moments that don't reflect the authentic truth of who we are, but rather create a greater need for protection from the in the biology. And so as those experiences happen, again, it becomes more and more difficult to find the connection to self. All of the grief, the betrayals, the abandonment, the expectations that don't happen the way that we want, the losses, they all offer this greater threat and protection requirement to the nervous system, so that at some point in time it becomes even impossible to find a connection without life just spilling all the beans. And so, even as we attempt to heal from all of the chronic stresses and pains that this necessitates in our system, and we find all these different wonderful techniques, and we start to improve our nutrition, and we put that into our biology, and maybe we find out how to meditate, and we put that in our biology. Maybe even we find psychotherapy and we put that in. Maybe there are all kinds of movement practices that we do. But the point is, when the system is overwhelmed by its own threat responses in order to find safety, even these beautiful healing modalities are not enough to overcome the body's innate biological imperative for safety. And so it's one of the reasons why I am thrilled with energy psychology, because energy psychology, conscious EFT, allows us to actually very, very gently start to remove, to neutralize these threats to the human biology, and little by little to start to find ways that we can actually begin to establish the conditions for safety in the system and begin to access again little moments of connection. It's not a full connection to self, but as we continue to find our own selves through safety, eventually then the biology will find that place of safety and begin to move into its growth imperative. So I offer you this demonstration for a number of reasons. It's challenging when we're faced with chronic pain, symptoms, sensations in the body that defy medical explanation. Of course, we have a level of desperation for healing. And of course, we want that healing to be a magic bullet that somehow we can just get this biology out and restore that full optimal flow of energy. But that's not the way that healing happens. Healing happens little bit by little bit by little bit. And uh, and finding the patience and the dedication to creating the conditions of safety in the body to allow it to, at its own pace and its own timing, to find its safety again. And that's what I want to offer you with Conscious EFT, is very, very simple, simple techniques that will establish the conditions of safety in the human biology. I hope this was helpful.